Hey there, I'm John Reese, a composer who uses an approach called ardent formalism to write music. About a year ago, I was watching some Halloween themed videos and I came across one on Charles Correll's channel where he was talking about how to make music sound spooky. Here's what he had to say.
If you want to make literally anything sound spooky, just play some minor chords. And then just change key a bunch.
My biggest takeaway from that was minor chords, non-traditional key changes. That makes a lot of sense to me because minor chords, well, we think of major chords as being happy, and minor keys as being sad. But that's just a cultural thing. There's nothing inherently sad about minor keys or minor chords. It's probably more accurate to say that major chords are bright and minor chords are dark. Now, they aren't literally bright or dark. This is metaphorical. They sound bright or dark because of the physics of sound. So if you play a minor chord in root position, you hear the overtones of the bass note most audibly. Those are and then when you have this minor third here in the minor chord against that overtone, you don't actually hear this, but you hear an interference pattern because you don't hear the overtones as separate pitches. Your brain puts them all together into a certain timbre. But still you hear that something's not quite right there. It kind of bothers you. So that's the thing with the minor chord. Now, what about the key changes? And usually when you change keys, you have a pivot chord. So that is a chord that both the new key and the old key have in common. So this chord is secondary dominant in C. It's also the dominant in G. Now, non-traditional key changes, you don't have a pivot chord. You just jump to the next key, and it's kind of jarring, especially when you're talking about minor keys, because the part of the minor key that kind of gets to you is this minor third, but it's okay as long as you know where to expect it. You know where it is, but if suddenly you do this, and then you have, that's disturbing. It's not what you expect, and music is all about expectation, and making good music is all about subverting expectation. So this is a good way to subvert expectation in a way that is spooky. Now, when I saw this video last year, I was inspired. So I thought, what if I wrote a fugue that was like a traditional fugue, except that it didn't have these traditional key changes, it had the spooky key changes. But let's say it's on the organ instead of a piano. Organs are spooky. That's because they have lots of overtones. They actually have artificial overtones. They have more than one pipe for each note, different octaves. Especially if you're playing a minor key, then you throw the spooky key changes. What I came up with was an organ fugue with 4 voices that I called The Horror Fugue, because I couldn't think of a better name. I had to put a title in for the notation software, and that's what I ended up calling it. So without any further ado, here's this fairly short composition I did last year, The Horror Fugue. Thanks for watching and have a spooky Halloween.